Fly from 1986. A brilliant but eccentric scientist begins to transform into a giant man-fly hybrid after one of his experiments goes horribly wrong. Directed by David Cronenberg, written by Charles Edward Pogue, who wrote Kull the Conqueror.
And starring
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff fucking Goldblum.
And Geena Davis, who evidently is a hot chick.
I was going to say, when did... Yeah. There's a couple of scenes where I'm like, Geena? Where was this in Beetlejuice?
Don't get me wrong. I don't think she's a hot chick, but they think she's a hot chick.
Oh, you don't think she's a hot chick?
No, I think she looks very much
Really?
like Geena Davis.
Yeah, but she has a dirty side
she
to her
does.
on this.
She does.
I mean, they show her riding him at one point, right?
They do.
And he gets some side boob. Like, that's
true.
Geena you see every day.
You like that side boob?
That's true.
Gina's not showing off the side boob every day.
Gina's got a side boob going. Jeff Goldblum's hair is fucking magnificent. I would say it's even regal. It's so great.
Majestic.
He is magical. He's magical. I'm just sitting here watching this.
He's in love.
I'm like, this is one
He
of
loves Jeff
this
Goldblum.
dude is
Geena Davis is not an attractive woman.
No, like, I
But
understand now.
Jeff Goldblum, motherfucker.
I will make that statement. You can quote me. You can make it a meme. You can make it a GIF. Jeff Goldblum is an attractive man. Geena Davis looks like Geena Davis. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But I'm looking at it. I'm like, he is one of my favorite actors. I like everything that he's fucking does. He does a thing where he just I saw him just at a grocery store fucking with people. It was great.
You're stalking him.
Yeah, well,
I seen him at the grocery store.
There's a YouTube.
I saw him in his bathroom one day.
Listen, I saw him through the window, but no, he
had like a cooking with Jeff Goldblum skit and something. Where he'd go shopping. And then he'd go cook with somebody or something.
But he was just talking to people, like the guy that works at produce that doesn't want to talk to him because he's Jeff Goldblum and he's got a camera. That's just not.
Who wouldn't want to talk to Jeff Goldblum in the produce section?
For some reason, I was thinking a Nick Cage, Jeff Goldblum, Gary Busey road trip movie would be a good idea. I wrote that down, Jared. I wrote it down.
Way to write it down.
Who hasn't taken a lady back to their secret laboratory to impress her with your telepods? That's pretty standard. If you have them.
Yeah,
sure. If you got them. You got them. You got to show them. Why the fuck's he using expensive animals like baboons? Couldn't he use a cat or even anything else?
Or even anything?
He's just blowing up baboons, man. Like a nice little rat or something would be all right. I don't understand why he's slowly transforming because his fancy computer says that he fused with a fly at a genetic level. I would assume he'd come out the other side of this teleportation thing in his final form. Wouldn't that make a little more sense than just over time he becomes a...
It wouldn't make a good movie.
It might. He'd have a lot more time to fuck around.
He could just go be around and be a big fly.
Yeah, Cronenberg. Yeah, he's a genius. I gave this a 10 because it's a fucking flawless movie. In my opinion, but has anybody seen the sequel, Fly 2?
Yes, it's been a long time, but it's not as good.
It really interested me because it's like it's written by Mick Garris, and it's evidently
is he still in it?
No, Jeff. He gets her pregnant, and it's about his son, who is played by Eric Stoltz.
It's called Son of Fly, right?
The Fly 2 as well. I saw it. Maybe it is.
I thought it was called Son of Fly. Maybe not.
But yeah,
it's been a long time.
What'd you say, Jason?
Yes. Well, I have not seen Fly 2, and I also haven't seen the original. You guys seen the original Fly?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, a long time. That's one I remember watching with mom.
Is
and
it
Dad.
good?
If you like old,
I do.
If you like old movies,
no, it's a good story. Great practical effects. The body horror is
Cronenberg.
Great. It's what you expect. The acting is good. Goldblum's great. I like Geena.
I will go on record as saying I think Geena Davis back in the day was an attractive woman.
All right, okay.
I always did.
What about Jeff Goldblum?
He's a good-looking guy. We're not denying that, but you just...
I just shit on Geena Davis.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Leave her alone.
Leave her the fuck alone, Frankie.
The dialogue is good. The characters are likable. Like it actually becomes, it's you're kind of feeling for both of them. This was I've only seen this once before this, and I don't remember liking it that much the first time I watched it, but I gave it an 8.
That's pretty good.
What you doing?
Looking for something to say.
No, I was just seeing what year it was made. Because I never
86, Jared.
Yeah,
it's 1 hour 36 minutes long.
I was 5 when it came out. I never
distributed by 20th Century Fox.
Oh wait,
I've got a tagline: "Something went wrong in the lab today, very wrong." This is on Blu-ray in 2007, 20th Century Fox, and this is a movie that needs a proper release. It needs a collector's edition. It needs a ton of special features. It needs a new transfer. This needs a good collector's edition release.
I was pretty happy when Frank picked it. This it's a movie. I guess I know it's because of the body horror. I never thought of this as a horror movie. Might be because I remember watching the old one with Dad, and the story's so 50s sci-fi that I always considered it sci-fi. But this is probably if you consider it a horror movie, this is probably the first horror movie of like not old timey 50s and Universal, but like 80s style or late 70s style and on. This is probably the first horror movie I ever remember watching. I remember the first time when I was a kid when I seen the arm wrestling scene. And he busts that dude's wrist. And that was like one of the first horrific things I'd ever seen in a movie. I've never forgot that. That hit me hard. Because I was young. I think because we didn't we weren't always real strict, but up to like 14 it was. After 14 they didn't give a fuck what we watched or listened to, but up to 14 everything was real strict. And I think because it was Jeff Goldblum and a remake of the old one that we used to watch with Dad, I think they rented it. They rented it not realizing Cronenberg.
So do you remember what they thought about it?
No, I don't. I do remember them questioning if we could continue watching it in the middle of it. Like, this is too much.
It is. The effects are good.
Yeah, and I couldn't even tell you what age. 8, probably.
This may be my favorite Cronenberg.
Yeah. But probably 8. It might have been 8 when I watched this. And I still remember the sound. I remember the sound the wrist makes when it pops. That was my first.
I used to have a phobia. I don't know if you guys remember, but
bones.
When I would think about bones breaking,
I remember that.
I remember I went into a seizure out there, and because someone was talking about bones.
Well, let's not do it again.
No, I'm over it. It don't bother me. But
yeah, that scene was one of the first that stuck
would have
in
sent
my
me
head
into a
as
seizure.
One of the first scenes I remember as a kid watching and being shocked when it happened. It was just like, oh my god. And I really I always loved Jeff Goldblum, and he's great. Always loved David Cronenberg. I think Geena Davis is a very attractive lady back in the 80s and 90s. And she's really, I always thought she was a good actress. She's good in it. I give it a 9. I always like this.
Boom, that's a proof.
Cronenberg body horror on 50s pulp sci-fi like this.
Good. It needs a good, proper, official release.